Hey, hey, hey. It's good to see people are on. And it's good that we're going to be finishing this guy, or at least as far as I'm going to go with it for the Tharivol and Friends challenge. I'm going to probably do more work on it. There's no doubt about it. I want to bring it to ReaperCon and enter it in the MSP Open. And I'm glad Mini Mommy found the emotes. I revamped the moist one. I didn't. The word moist was too small, and I was like, I'll just revamp it while I'm doing the inspiration one. Inspiration. So now I have two. Thanks to GelTab for gifting enough subs so I could unlock two slots. But that's the plan. I want to finish this as best. Basically what my plan is, I'm going to paint up the little tree froggy on the back that I think a lot of people don't realize is a tree froggy. And I'm going to base it. So I've sort of put a really thin layer of primer. You don't need super thick layers of primer on your minis to actually make it work. What I've been doing this week, I actually did do some work on it off stream. I went through and I lightened up the antlers a bit and smoothed out some of these lines. I went in and I tried to find anything that looks silver, that was shed a shine to it, that I might have missed that were underneath or where paint is rubbed. Mostly it's all the recessed areas that I was having issues with, getting the paint in there. So I went through and did a whole lot of that. And I probably am going to have more to do on that until it's finally finished. So that's today's plan anyways. So we'll do some basing on it. It's gonna be like a base. Then I'm gonna put more on it after it's done. I want to put a lot of greens and things on it, but I'm gonna basically put the underneath part of the base on this, because you know what? It'll be done enough to put up for the Tharivol and Friends thing. It's just that I want to do a lot more. I want to do more with it before I can enter it in competition. So. It's so froggy. The thing that a lot of people don't even realize is a froggy. This thing right here, because he's hanging upside down, and I think it makes it more difficult. Let's see if I can. It makes it more difficult to tell what it is when it's upside down. So anyways, with all that business done, how are you all today? How are you, Mini Mommy, and someone else is lurking here? I can see. Actually, I don't know who. Huh? Maybe the thing I supposedly banned. Did it ever? By the way, I don't really care about being famous. That's the part. I just want to paint minis on stream. So what are you working on, Mini Mommy? Are you Did you finish the squirrels? Because I don't remember. I've been so flippin' out of my mind busy lately that I can't even get on. I get on Twitter to post my daily paint, and otherwise I don't have time to really look at Twitter. That's my feeling right there. Okay, Froggy. So. Oh, you did? Oh, great. Yes, please post a link. I want to see it. And while we're doing that, I'm going to do this. I'm going to post up the picture I found of a froggy, which I thought was really cool. So I'm going to make it a pink froggy, because apparently there is such a thing as a pink tree frog. So I'm going to base it off that. And since Mini Mommy did that, all right, let's check out the crazy squirrels. That is so awesome! Yes! I have to go find it. Did you, Mommy, did you put it on Twitter too? Because I'll tell you what, if I have a brain, and I remember, I will have to go there and I will retweet that, because that thing is amazing. I love it so much. That poor buffalo. That poor buffalo. Holy crap, that is so good. It's like the war mammoth. Wait, I don't want to do that. So yeah, that was the one I found. Yeah, I mean, most tree frogs are green. But I didn't want to do green because the trees, there's so much green in the tree. I wanted to do something different. And that was the first picture I came across, and everybody knows my love of purple and pink. And oh, by the way, feel free, anybody, whoever wants to, you can always tag me in your miniature pictures. So it's at muses_touch. A lot of you follow me anyways, so let's paint the froggy. So I'm gonna pick that clear. Actually, I want to base it something else first because it's like clear magenta is nice, but it is very transparent, or transparent. So I'm gonna put this other pink color, this Tharivol Sun Orchid, which is another one from the Pathfinder paint line. I'm gonna stick that on there as to basically give myself a layer. I'm gonna see. I don't know how well this covers. I've never actually used it. But it probably covers better than the, oh, as I said, I've been so flippin' busy, Mini Mommy, that it's like, it's so sad. I don't get on there that often. I get on there and basically post my mini of the day. Because I'm trying to do a 365 challenge. I'm just going to basically base coat it. That's a lot of bases. Today is all about the base. He's very small, so I also went with one of the color schemes that was a little less, it didn't have a ton of detail on it because he's really, really tiny. It's always miss things on Twitter. Yeah, I know. That's the thing that annoys me. There are like things that I know I should be catching stuff on Twitter, and I'd like to, but I never see it because I'm never on when the notification, when it pops up. That's part of it there. So anyway, so at least I found a pink tree frog. I'm happy about that. This is probably going to be my more highlight color too. There's only so much I can do. This frog is really tiny. But I want him to be seen. I want people to know I found the frog on this thing. Oh my gosh. It was so, a lot of people I think missed it. And I totally understand why, because it's really easy to miss. When you look at the mini from its proper view, it just kind of looks, it doesn't look like a frog. It looks almost like a piece of, it almost looks like, part of the bark, like a stump that's coming out. It wasn't until that's what I say, flip your minis upside down. I absolutely advise that. And you'll see more that way. That's what I did a lot of this week when I was touching up. I was touching up little areas that had gotten missed. I don't want to say that I had missed, that had gotten missed. I think this paint does cover a little better than, it still doesn't cover great, but it'll give a decent base so that at least the magenta I won't need 20 coats of magenta. Let's see, one other thing I found I missed was this there's a little cluster right there too that I might try to catch today. But I'm pretty happy with it. By the way, if you guys follow my Twitter, I actually have a couple of other people's Tharivol and Friends challenge pieces that I'm going to be putting up. One I already put up. One was Bunny Levin's, actually, her piece. I think she did a great job considering she's a new painter and she's got, I guess she's kind of blind in one eye, or she is considered blind in one eye. So the fact that, I mean, that's amazing. She got that done and it looks really good. I love how she integrated the colors on the base with the rest of the mini. It came out so good. So, You're right. I'm just letting it. Fortunately, acrylic paints, the one thing I like about them is they dry fast. I wonder where everybody is. I feel like for the finale of this piece, I feel like there should be more people coming on by and saying hi. But oops. Actually, I'm gonna keep using my bigger brush. You're right. So now I'm gonna go over this whole thing with this magenta, which is a little bit darker than the color I just put down. Oh, I love. You know what? I will say this: Reaper did a great job on the clears, and I love this clear magenta. I'll get a going live message to Chris's Discord. That's okay. I think I. Oh, wait. No, I did post something in there, but you know, I forgot to hit the @ here. I've been doing the @ here, but if you want to, that would be cool. But I did actually post there. I'm you know, a lot of places it's still morning. It's barely afternoon here. All right. Yeah, see? It's also Saturday. People do tend to get busy on Saturdays. Just gonna let that dry for a second. I'm gonna go back to the original color. That covered pretty good. I'm gonna go back to my original color. I'm gonna use this for highlights. And then I might try to do some orange on the tips of his fingers, because tree frogs do have those orange fingers. Or toes. I guess technically they're toes. And I want to paint some really, really deep blue eyes. So let's highlight him. I may go one step further on the highlighting too. Highlighting and such is what really gives your minis pop. He's so pretty. Oh, that's right. He's got kind of an underneath too. Well, I'm glad I have you here to talk to, and whoever it says I have 2 viewers. I'm assuming I don't count as a viewer, so. But I'm happy to have you here, Mini Mommy, to talk to. What have I got on my table? I've got nothing on my table. I think I'm going to add some white. I think that's what I'm going to do. Going to put this down. So I'm glad you found my new emote for inspiration. I think you were one of the ones who asked me to do that one first too. So are you happy with it? Do you like it? Also, if you look at the channel points, I put the little light bulb there because it's inspiration points. I'm just going to take and mix some white in with that Thuvian Sun Orchid. Good, good, good. I'm also thinking about some of these emotes I think would make decent t-shirt material. So I'm thinking about I am thinking about opening up a merch store at some point. And putting in like maybe the moist emote. I don't know if it's too rude because I got moist at the Painted Hero Tavern. Is that too rude? Or is that just bad enough? T-shirts would say, yeah, I definitely want to do that. Maybe find one where I could get some. I don't know. I have to talk to my friend. I have a friend who also does. She does etched. Oh my gosh, my voice is just. I did bring. Where the heck is Pete the Priest to come and tell me to hydrate? That's what I want to know. Where's Pete the Priest? I hope he's doing okay. But yeah, I was thinking about it. I'm like, these might not be. Yeah, I was gonna say, I got moist at the Painted Hero Tavern, and I'll put the freaking emote up there. He's here. I was wondering where you were because I was like, I hope everything's okay because usually you're always here on Saturdays. I guess I have to say your name to summon you. It's good to see you, Pete. Oh, because you could have been lurking. I think I'm going to go back over a little bit because I feel like it's a little... I can like see a line there. So how are you, Pete? What are you up to today anyways, other than coming here to tell me to hydrate? You're checking out the end of this tree. You're playing Diablo only to see which Diablo? Because there's more than one version. And I really like Diablo. I like Diablo 3. I'm looking forward to 4. Three. I really do. You're dying slowly. I really do. I love Diablo 3. It's just the only thing is it does get repetitive after a while, so I find I can take it in bits. So I'm going to do his eyeballs. His eyeballs, to me, are kind of a... Yeah! Check it out. You know what? I want to do... Eventually I might want to do a hydration emote. I'll use the beer mug that I got and I'll write hydrate underneath it or something like that. With some funky type. I'm wondering how this looks on dark. Well, at least it says moist. I can read it now. Oh, wait. Before I do that, I want to add a little black into the blue. You know what? And I'm using... This is sacrilegious to so many painters. I'm using craft paint as my black. But I'm mixing it into my blue. If you want to save a couple bucks, there's really nothing that says you can't do this. Because I want it to be mostly black with just a hint of blue in it. Of course, these are little tiny eyes, so honestly, I can't really do much. I can do a little highlighting, I guess. Oh god, this is going to be... Hold my breath, because this is almost as bad as doing the real thing. The only thing is I do have a target to paint. There's one eye. I can't even see it. It's so small. Yes! I can't see it. Alright, I got it. I got it. Oh my god, that is so tiny. And the thing I gotta do too is underneath. He does have a belly, and I'm pretty sure. Alright, so I'm gonna briefly pop off here and just look. Hard to tell. I'm gonna assume his belly is lighter than. But it looks like it's all pink. It's not like another color. So I'm gonna take and maybe mix a little more white. I want it like really light. Oh my god. And I'm just gonna paint just a little tiny bit. So Pete, what's your favorite, do you have a favorite, actually let me take a look from this way. Do you have a favorite, class to play in Diablo 2 or 3? Whatever. Because I think my favorite class to play is Barbarians. I find I can totally wreck stuff. And that's like one of the points of Diablo is to wreck things and collect treasure. Kill monsters, collect treasure. That's it. Nope, they all get... That's true. I was going to say, I think it's just a personal preference that I really do like, I like Barbarians. Specifically, Whirly Barbarians. I love Whirlwind. I feel like that's a little too much. Come on. One thing is you can quickly blend things in. Witch Doctor. Yeah, Witch Doctor is fun. I like things that have like a... Witch Doctor, I think, is one of those ones you can actually have a build where you have a million little minions, so to speak. And I like that. I also like Monk. I find when I play Monk, it's pretty hard to kill a Monk. Especially if you take the, you take the healing ability. Sort of like playing, it sort of reminds me of playing like a paladin. Wow. It's hard to kill them too. Alright, I'm going to try to put a little bit... God, this is nuts. I'm going to try to put a little bit of a glare on the eye. They're so tiny! It's going to be too much because this brush... I mean, this is a good brush, too. Monka's fun. I know my up on Wizard. Wizard's good! Pete's right. Every class is actually good. It's absolutely true. I never have one. Actually, Necromancer's fun too, because it is sort of fun to go around and, definitely fun with Necromancer to go around and blow up corpses. God, those eyes are so tiny. Okay, I think that works. Alright, I was gonna try hard to put some orange on the edge of on the tips of the fingers or toes. To me, they look like fingers. I'm trying to think of... I said, I love the game. I said, it's just... My one thing I find is I do have to take it in bits. So I'm going to try to add a little orange to his... Oh my gosh. It's so small. I really feel like there's almost no point of this. there does get to be a point where it's probably smarter to cut your losses and go. Because this is really, I don't think anyone's going to even see it. I said, I'm doing this for a competition. I want to do this for the Reaper MSP Open, so. So it is technically for a competition. I think his other featsies are hidden. There we go. I can see it, but I'm wearing glasses here. Hello to the couple more people who joined us. It is so nice that you're here to see me as I try to finish up this guy. As finished up as it's going to be, to where I put it on Twitter for the Tharivol and Friends 2 challenge. And for maybe the Reaper Challenge League, since they have determined the Spirit of the Forest is one of their pop-up challenges. I have not done anything on the Reaper Challenge League, and that's no offense to them. My whole thing is I want, to me, 2 challenges in my mind at a time is enough. So at the time, up until a couple weeks ago, I was busy doing the Goblin Army Challenge, which was for Michael Mortar's patrons, and finished that up. So at the moment, I'm just kind of chilling. But I do have this guy, and they did make it a challenge, so I might have to go back and actually post him up on their Discord and get some points for it. Still don't know if that orange is strong enough. I can see the orange. I just don't know if it's strong. It's not a huge contrast. When you're done, seriously, before you move on, just really look at things. Especially if you're doing it for a competition. And especially for one the likes of the MSP Open. Although the nice thing about the MSP Open is you're not really competing against other people. There is, I think there is a best of show. So literally like 3 people are going to get that. But most of us, it's all about what, how good they deem you are. It's about the merit. So basically, yeah, everything is voted on merit, and you get an award based on how good your mini is. It's very, very tough to get a gold medal. I'll just say that much. I don't have very high hopes that I'm gonna get a gold medal. And I'm definitely gonna bring in some of my best work, but I'm not gonna. I have no illusions. That where I stand. I will be happy with a bronze, I think. I think it's even happy to get a silver. I will be very happy with a bronze. What do you mean? What did I say about the MSP, the painting contest? Pete? Hopefully my sound is working okay. It seemed like it. I'll do a little shadow. And I'm talking about, alright, so I'm going to ReaperCon this year for the first time ever. And they have their painting contest. It's called the MSP Open, Master Series Paints Open. And they do have a first, second, and third. It's a huge competition too. I don't know how big it'll be this year because the pandemic probably is hurting numbers. But they've had like 1,000 models in this. But what they do, instead of judging you, instead of, giving awards strictly based on, who's the best one in the room, what they do is they actually give you an award based on how good your mini is. So they have gold, which is for like the Rhonda Bender and Forrester level of painter. Then they have silver, which is, you know, for people who, I think that she said that's like using advanced techniques and things like that on their minis. And then there's bronze, which is you're still good, because I saw what the level of bronze painters are, and oh my God, even you got to be pretty good to get that. They do have a certificate of merit, but if you really put in something bad, I guess you can actually score 0. Although I don't think they've ever scored anyone 0 there. And has judged plenty of mini painting contests, and she said like once or twice she's actually given out a 0 because it was just a 0 means maybe it's time to find a new hobby. I don't like that, but you have to be really bad and basically you have to put no effort into it, I think is what the deal is. So what do you guys think of the Froggo? It's better than the competitions where you get no the other thing is you get feedback at this too if you want it. So you can always ask the judges, what could I do better? How can I bring this to a gold level? And they'll tell you. It's one of the better mini contests out there, if you want to call it a it's almost like a juried show. But as I said, basically, if you're going to get a 0, you have to basically put no effort into the mini. You know, prime it and put it in. You'll probably get a 0 for that. If you put any level of effort in, you're going to get a certificate of merit. So what do you guys think of the Froggo? Is that good? I keep thinking I want to add a little more highlight to it. I don't know why I want to add any highlight to this because it's just so small. The thing about mini painting is I do feel it's right here. Those little pink thing that I've been working on is a frog. It is not easy to tell it's a frog. It's hard to tell, especially if you're holding it upright. It's really hard to tell it's a frog. But I'm painting him as a tree frog with it's a pink tree frog. I found a picture of a pink tree frog, so I guess they do exist. I didn't want to do green because the whole tree is green. I'm doing it for a color decision. I'm going to try it again. It's supposed to be kind of a highlight. Eyes are wet too, so. There, that's a pretty good dot. Looks aw. I think I know what you're saying there. And it's not aw. Alright. I think I keep like finding things I want to highlight on. Because when you get something this small too, more highlights, more, more contrast, so that people can tell what's going on with it. Okay, I think that's pretty good. There's like only so much I can do. Alright, so as I said, today's going to be a lot of knocking out little things here that I missed or whatever. There's a lot of things underneath that I missed because it's just hard to see. I probably should have. This is the case where you probably don't always want to put the entire mini together. But there's plenty of room for me to reach my brush in. I didn't really think too much about, not seeing bits of the mini. So, but there's definitely something there that I think I could do. It looks like there's moss there, but there's a couple like things, a couple of round things on top of it. So I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna start with some moss here. Let's see, Linny Green. I thankfully I do have a decent amount of recall. And I can go back and remember how I did certain things. Also, thankfully, there's a lot of moss on this. I mean, it's hard to tell. Maybe that isn't moss under there. There's like a little textured area in here. You know what? I'm gonna make it moss. It could use something to break that up. You know what? No one's gonna know anyways. I think that's the kicker. No one's gonna really know. You paint it some way. You paint something on this some way. No one's gonna really question it. So I'm gonna paint this little lump. One thing I'm definitely going to have to do is go back over the whole thing and just find any little spots that I suspect that paint is rubbed off. Happens with metal minis a lot. In fact, you know what I may do? I may paint those like the back of this. So paint them, or paint those lumpy bumps orange. And make it probably like the fungus that's in the moss. I think that would make sense. And of course, I told you, every time I drop a brush. Every freaking time. So I'm going to take a little bit of my base color. I'm going to put this out, which is the dark stone from Army Painter. I'm not going to add purple to it. The one without the purple really is sort of the base coat of this whole thing. Because if I find little spots that need touching up, like right in here, fortunately with the metal, it does make it kind of easy to see spots that got missed, because it's silver, it really picks off the light. I saw more spots. This is why I want to have some of this color out, because if I see anything, I'll be able to nail it right away. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to actually add some more moss way inside. Oh Lord, it's like really hard to get in there. I feel like moss should be in the crux of his arms. Who have we got? Oh, Gran! It's Gran! The cookie person! Cookie Monster's best friend. Under a list of people I need to pop in on the stream at some point. This week I didn't listen to anybody's streams because it was so nuts at work. Oh my gosh. So my supervisor ended up taking an unexpected 3 days off, and we are super busy. Yeah, so as a result, I was like, I've got to focus on work. I can't focus on anything else, so I couldn't really listen to streams this week. So I was bummed out. But I did get a lot done, so I'm not unhappy. But my place really needs to hire people. It really, really needs to hire. It really needs to hire me somebody. And I'm glad you like the colors. Your stream is worth listening to because you sing the Cookie. I believe it's you sing the Cookie Monster song. So I dig the whole cookie themed thing you got going there. Mine is like my basically my street is just like in a place you can come get drunk. The point is, if you want to have drink, you want to be sitting here watching this with a drink in your hand, go for it. Also, let's do this. Let's do this. If you guys don't follow Gren, you should. Her stream, it said most streams I find are an absolute delight. Gren is so much fun though. Hers is so much fun. I believe you do a lot of Warhammer-y stuff. You do a lot of stuff in general, but the times I've caught you, you've been painting Warhammer. So I know I have a shout out thing, and since I'm my own moderator, at times it can get forgotten. I know you do a lot of Warhammer, and at some point, maybe I'll do some Warhammer on this. I don't know. I wanted to put my focus more in D&D minis, for gamers to decorate their tables with, and build epic encounters. Oh, then that's funny. It's just what I've caught you working on, because it always seems to be Warhammer. I mostly do Reaper minis. I've been working on a few Warhammer. Yeah, I've been catching your Warhammer stuff. That's why. So mostly, yeah, most of my minis are all Reaper. I need to approach Reaper. I want to be one of their affiliate shells. I don't care if I'm in the top 5 or whatever it is that you need to be to actually get the rewards. Oh, Mini Mommy, thank you. Oh yeah, okay, so it's a personal question. Alright, so either you can answer how many boxes, how much poundage, or how much did you spend on Bones 5? Because I spent about, oh Lord, I spent over 600 on mine. It was it was the ship box, and it was about 12 pounds of minis on top of that. So I'm curious as to how much did you buy from Bones 5? If you 48 pounds. Oh my god. I'm beginning to think my 12 pounds is puny. It's outrightly puny. Everyone else. Holy crap, that's a lot, not including did you just get one ship and the I'm assuming since you love to paint, probably the gray ship, not the ghost ship? Or did you get the ghost ship? I'm vamping while I'm trying to figure out what to do next. There was also another mushroom on this thing, or something I was going to paint as a mushroom on this thing, and I don't remember where it is. It might have been that right there. I think I was going to paint up as a mushroom. Dio! Yes, that's right. We have a band. We have a band command. It doesn't have to be Dio. It can be whoever. We can start band wars in chat if you guys want. I'm going to go back here actually and touch up where I got primer. I got primer on my mini. I'm not really shocked here. So what I'm doing today is hopefully finishing this up as much as possible. Let's see. Grant says, my homebrew setting is on an island. Ship slate. Oh, heavily so. The ship was in need. So one of my... I don't know if we're going to use it because because the ship is so huge. It's actually bigger than than what the maps show. But I'm going to paint it up as the Sea Stinger, which is our ship on Skull and Shackles. So we do have a whole pirate game going. And the amazing thing about that pirate game is I'm the freaking captain. So they actually are allowing me to call the shots to a degree. More or less, I just break all the ties. I sit there, break all the ties. I let everyone else decide what to do, and then I go from there. Sometimes if I feel strongly about it, I'm like, nope, we got to do it this way. But for the most part, I really actually like to, it's still a group decision-making thing. I mean, I keep in mind that we're not really, it's still a game, you know. I'm not really in charge of anybody. But I still am mind blown that they actually made me captain of the ship. Okay, so I was working on that. I was trying to see if I had any more mossy areas I wanted to hit. That's what I'm looking for. Maybe underneath there. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's almost like I need to get a flashlight. That's where you go. I mean, you don't want mutiny. Yeah, exactly. And I have a funny feeling with the people I play with. They absolutely would mutiny if I really steered them wrong. Their attitude is this. Their attitude is this. We don't want that we don't want that level of responsibility. So, it's Pathfinder 1. I play a swashbuckler, which is a very broken class in Pathfinder 1. I think the GM actually purposely goes out of his way to not try to hit me because it's hard to. In Pathfinder 1, swashbucklers can basically, you get parry and riposte, and you get panache points, and you recover them when you get crits. But you can spend them to do things, and one of the things is parry and riposte. So if someone tries to hit you, you basically spend a point, and you roll, and if your roll beats their roll, then you parry away their blow, and then once around, you can do the riposte, which is you can actually make an attack back. Thank you, Shanur. Oh, hello, Shanur. It's so good to see Shanur's on here, too. I'm finishing this up today. Well, I'm finishing it up as much as I can. I want to basically have it presentable for the Tharivol and 2 challenge and put it on Twitter. But I'm going to do more work on it. There's no doubt. I want to highlight a lot. I want to basically boost the highlights on the I've been saying this the whole time, on the stuff. I want to smooth some stuff out. I want to make sure I don't have any more little gaps like this right here. I think I see it's shiny. Maybe I don't see a shiny. I don't know. Could be shiny paint too. Actually, I think I'm going to go back this. I'm going to make this a piece of the bark. I will at some point mix purple back into this. After a stream tonight, I don't actually have game tonight. A lot of times I have, we've been playing, oh no, I do have game tonight. What am I saying? We have Rime of the Frost Maiden tonight. I play a lot of games, folks. Still trying to debate if there's any more moss I need to paint in there. That's why I'm vamping. Oh, it drives me nuts. It's so hard to tell. Alright, I'll determine that later. Basically right now I'm working on this little thing, this little cluster here, and I think I'm going to paint it like these. So, as I said, I've added some emotes into this thing. I've got one for moist, of course, and I revamped it because I wasn't really crazy about the one I had. So I revamped it and put it back in. And then I've got one for inspiration. So if you feel inspired, hit the inspiration button if you can have access to it. I'm still waiting till I get follower emotes because I'll probably make a version of all these for followers too. Because followers should have some fun. You guys matter too. And I get the whole point. Let's see. Let's see if I can get down in here. Anybody who's new, I also have a soundboard with free sound effects and things too, as well as ones for bits and channel points. And I'm just having a generally great time doing this. I'm thinking I should have started this like a year ago to cover for the fact that there have been no conventions where I can come and hang out with people and talk painting or whatever, gaming. I love to talk about games, by the way, too. So if you want to talk about your game, like Gren was just doing there. So, oh, actually, hey, Gren, if you're kicking around, what's this setting of yours? Speaking of talking about games. Is it pirates, or is it just an island with a lot of traders, or... I could see this going a lot of interesting ways. Or is it like our Craig campaign, which is also on an island with ships, where we had to take a ship to get there. But that is called Cthulhu meets D&D. Alright. What time is it? 12:22. I'm trying to think of how long I want to be before I actually put some basing stuff on this. I'm not going to fully base it either. I will tell you some of the ideas I have for this that are coming up to keep an eye out. And I will definitely be posting pics on Twitter and such once I get it finished. I do have other minis I'm bringing to ReaperCon, so I was informed that we should bring multiple minis so they have something to judge. So some of the ones that are in my scroll, there's that said the druid there with the tartan and the which I know are going to be passed after I mentioned this on the little rotating thing, my little slideshow. I'm going to do the Halloween night. I might do that mouseling, but I gotta fix her. Basically, what people don't know is the back of her, because I had to cut her off her base, the back ended up kind of high, so the dress it doesn't look quite right. So I'm thinking of putting a bit of a train on that dress and then painting it to match. And I remember the colors I used, because that was for the quad color challenge for ReaperCon last year. And let's see, it is cyan, magenta, yellow, black. I'm a graphic designer, so I had to do one, cyan, magenta, yellow, black. So let's see, Gren answered, because of magical Armageddon type shenanigans. Oh, good. In the far-flung past of the world, a lot of ships spend the winter in this town, an island with absolutely sprawling docks. Without much to do, except for get drunk and fight. So there's some exploration via ship, dock ship shenanigans, and island stuff. Dock ship shenanigans are fun. Although for a while there, and during Skull and Shackles, I found that docked ship shenanigans usually meant that we were about to get have assassins show up. We've pissed off some people. We're pirates after all. Of course we've pissed off some people. Right now, though, we're clearing out an island we're using for our stronghold. I think I know what to do next. There's going to be a lot of, God, I can't. I don't know why I have such a hard time keeping my brushes on my table. That needs a little bit of shadow. I'm basically, a lot of today is going to be also looking at this and hitting anything I feel that needs to be done. I'm wondering if this will be any better when I actually move upstairs. Eventually I'll be moving upstairs. I'm still waiting for my friggin' desk. I've got a chair and I got a futon couch that's stuck up in my new paint studio because it's also going to be part guest room and hangout because it's air conditioned, unlike my living room. So I want to go up there, put our older TV up there, and then I've got a desk coming, but it's supposed to be here tomorrow, and I don't think it's coming in tomorrow. I technically did not order it. I paid for it, but I did not order it. I have a friend of mine who's got Amazon Prime, and we don't, so he ordered it for us. That looks like... Well, the chair showed up, and the futon showed up, but the desk hasn't showed up, which of course is the one thing I really want. I could have lived without the chair. You know, I could just grab one from the basement to use in the time being. Definitely take your mini and keep spinning it around and look at it and make sure you get everything covered. So good at that little blob. Oh, that's right. I was thinking about doing this thing as another one of those mushrooms. So what I've been... Because to me it's sort of sticking out. It's got a bit of depth to it. So I'm going to do it like one of the mushrooms that I have sticking out of the tree. I think it was this yellow. And it's a brown. Let's see. I don't think I have to be too picky on the color brown. Let's say it's shield brown. It doesn't have to match exactly. It's going to be on the other side of the tree, so you won't be looking at that. I just want to get it close. So I'm going to basically put together Calistri yellow and shield brown. So, oh, by the way, I also want to let people know I am link friendly, so if you're working on something and you want to post a link, I'll absolutely share with the class. And I personally love to see what other people are doing. Most mini painters do. I've come to that determination. I think it's just that other people inspire us. I find that I like to inspire people, but as much as that, I find I get inspiration from others. That's why I picked the Muse. You know, we got Gren today. We have no V. V usually pops in. Which is funny. It's like, oh, are Gren and V, like, are they really, are they really one person? Oh, don't do that. Blorf. So now I need the sad trombone. Because I caught my friggin' tree with that white color, that bleached linen color that I'm using for the edging of my mushrooms. There we go. Wow, wow. We all make mistakes. You just gotta You're not, but you share a single brain cell. That's fair. Who's got it right now, by the way? Who's got custody right now of the single brain cell? There's something I wanted to do. I noticed on one of these. Other tip to making your stuff good. Make sure you finish it all the way around. Me, because apparently I was the only one of us awake. Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Shanur asked, what are brain cells? They're probably things you were born with and had as a child, but they're long gone and hard to find now. I think one of my favorite like t-shirt bumper sticker stings out there was, out of all the things I miss my mind the most. Come think of, my supervisor texted me at one point this week asking if I needed anything. And I said, if you could or if you could help with anything, like find my sanity, that would be good. That'd be a great start right now. All right, any other little details that I am missing on this? Time. I gotta keep a half eye on time because at some point I'm gonna stop and do some basing. My basing though said it's gonna just be, and I will discuss what I'm planning on doing for the rest of my basing and things. Ball GM! There you are! Oh, you're not gonna stream today? No Goblin. I've been wondering about that. I'm wondering when we're gonna get our Goblin, threesome. Oh, thank you for the cheer. I'm wondering when we're gonna get our Goblin, threesome in there. I'm gonna repaint those actually, because I feel like those are more the mushroomy things too. I can change my mind, right? Oh, you know what, Shanur? I will change, I'm gonna change the rights to that. Right now I have it just I do it. But I'm gonna do it. Maybe one of these days I'll get one of you lovely people if you volunteer. I will only take volunteers. to moderate this channel. But I didn't think I'm really big enough to worry about moderating. There we go. And thank you for bringing that up, Shanur. And I said at some point, maybe I'll make that so that more people can do shout outs. I could just see it going wrong too. But then again, I should allow it because I just said my policy is we can't have nice things policy. So until we can't have nice things, we can't have nice things. And so far, so good. And the annoying thing about the link blocker, it didn't seem to ever block, you get the bots that come in. We have one that came at the very beginning of my stream. And basically, they don't block those links to the little scammy sites. Because I had them working, and three popped in one day. And basically, it didn't block the scam. I'm like, what, are you kidding me? What's the point then? I don't get it. All right. Oh yeah, I was gonna repaint these things here. These things here as mushrooms. Just because I more look at it, they don't look like leaves to me. They look more like the mushrooms. They said, I'm a lady. I have a right to change my mind, right? Ball Jam, I'm sorry you can't hang around, but I'm always happy to, I'm always happy when you drop by. I was beginning to wonder, some of the people, especially on the Goblin side of things, I was wondering where you guys all were. I'm going to assume just everybody's busy today. There's more to life than my humble little painting channel. And I mean humble. Although Ball GM, wait, if you're still here, by the way, I want to point out too that I did change the emotes. So there's a new inspiration one, and then there's also I revamped the moist one. I think you're a subscriber of mine. So if you have access to it, use them. Also, that's why I mentioned the freebie stuff. Please, I spent time putting it on there. Please use it. Damn it. I found a little, there's a little light. There's a little spot right there. I can see some light. I said metal look has one advantage. You really can see any spots you missed that are bare metal. And I'm not too worried about the stuff that's really recessed, that I'm just putting paint over it, because chances are I'm not going to knock the paint off since it's really recessed. You can see a spot right here too. The hard thing I find though is when I put the paint on it. Of course, when the paint is wet, it tends to have a glare and a sheen to it. So sometimes it doesn't really look any different. Looked like I might have caught the edge of my leaf here. I think this is what harkens to that thing that I heard, and what inspired me was the difference between a good mini painter and a great mini painter is how many times you fiddle around with the mini, correcting mistakes and touching up things. And I think that's what this exactly means, what I'm doing right now. Oh, I know what else I want to do. So I've got the little insides there, but I want some more definition. So I'm going to take some more of the color, which is the Phantom Glow. And I'm going to add a little white to it to make some highlight for it. And I'm going to dot it on the higher points. I haven't decided if I'm going to try to line some of the recesses. I haven't figured that out because they're going to be really, it's going to be really hard to do, and they're really small. So I don't know if there's a point. I could wash them too, but I'm trying to sort of avoid washing things a lot. You might want to make it a little wider. I mean, I could see a definite color difference on my palette, but this is a really small thing. And you need, the smaller the thing you're trying to, highlight, the more distance you need, you need a stronger contrast in order for it to show up. Which is why I'm debating whether I want to try to paint some shadow in there. Because I know it's going to be stupidly difficult to do it. There we go. That looks a little better. What else have we got? And then I got to remember where all the places I painted them are. So this one right here. And if you notice, I'm just kind of dotting. Don't really have the space to do any blending. It just, Oh, it's just too small to blend. And then I got a couple under here. You also notice my hands are very, very much... Hey, it's a V! Oh my god, they are both on here. Wait, is Gren still on here? I said, do I got both of them? Gren was on here too, V. And hello, V. It's nice to see you. And I can't see. Getting old sucks. I miss the days when I did not need glasses or Optivize or anything else to be able to see my minis. You do. That always makes me nervous, though. Whenever it's like, I want to talk to you. And I always get nervous because usually, I don't think it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. Okay. Yeah. You know, it's going to say, my DMs are always open for you lot. I want to announce. Oh, I got to announce, by the way. So tomorrow on this channel, we're going to be doing something special. We're having a mini painter smackdown tomorrow at noon, and tonight or tomorrow morning I'm going to be hopefully getting in touch with Frank, who's the head of Murder Hobo Inc., because we're doing a little convention called Murder Hobo Con, which I've mentioned last time. But we're going to do a mini painting smackdown between myself, Jen and Chris of CG Mini Painting, and the Black Christie. Okay, Christie. So what'll happen? So pay attention, folks, because I definitely am hoping to get votes here. Not for me, but for, please pick who your favorite really is. We're going to have 4 hours to paint something. We're all picking whatever we want because it's just too hard to coordinate, especially with Jen. Poor Jen and Chris are in Canada. But Jen and Chris are awesome too. And so is Christy. They're all awesome. So at high noon Eastern time tomorrow, the higher noon, we're going to be streaming it, hopefully, on all our channels. I mean, we're gonna go through, I think we're going through Frank. This is where I got to work out the coordination aspects of it all. But we're going to stream it through my channel, and the four of us are going to paint something that takes 4 hours. And then at the end of that, at 4 o'clock tomorrow, or a little after, because it's going to take me a few minutes to, get it up there, I'll put up a poll on Twitter saying, which one do you like the best? And we'll announce at the con, and I'll let people know too, if they're not at the con, that who the winner's going to be. But of course, we'd love to have you come and visit us all on chat. My other 3 competitors, they're just so wonderful, and all great streamers in their own right. Yeah! But this is if it all works. I'm praying it works. I don't know about, because basically we were going through Frank's Zoom. We're going to do it through his Zoom. And that's going to be broadcast here. And then it's also going to be broadcast at the con venue, quote unquote venue. It's an app called Topia. And basically you use your cameras and microphones, and you have a little meeple that runs around. And it's the closest thing to in-person interaction that I've seen at basically a virtual con. Here I'm talking. I don't remember what the hell I was painting. I remember I was painting something. Oh, I remember I was painting. I was painting the mushrooms here. Or what I'm calling mushrooms. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. If nothing else, it's going to be a ton of fun. I'm so looking forward to this. But basically, it's not really a speed paint because we're going to do it for like 4 hours. There we go. There's some mushroomy goodness. Of course, I am, now that this channel is rolling, I'm very happy with the way things are going on here. I'm surprised. Actually, they're going on here as good as it's going. I am looking for opportunities to collaborate with people and if you got something you want, like if you're somebody who makes minis and you want a little exposure for your products, I'm more than happy to paint it. That's what it, yeah, I suspected. That'd be so cool. When is your show? I forget, when is your show? It's Sundays, right? Sundays is a good day for me, truth be told. So, yes, I would love to be a guest on your show. You two are so much fun. So, noon Eastern. Oh, yeah. Obviously not tomorrow. Yeah, noon Eastern. Yeah, Eastern's always good to tell me. I'm good at translating, though. Yeah. Yeah, no, I would. Yeah, sure. I'd love to hang out with you two. You two, I said, you two are a lot of fun. I think you did a special V and Gren show during a weekday. So I remember, it's right. I caught you guys one point working together, and it's like, this is just tons of fun. I suspected that might be why you were saying it. It's a good thing. That was the one. I don't know why. It just hit me that probably was it. This is why I have my handy paint here, because there, I found a little thing right there that needs to be filled in. All right, I'm gonna start doing the basing of this. So I'm gonna take. Do I want to use this color? I think I want to use this color. So I'm gonna take a brown, because I'm thinking. I wonder if this is dark enough though. I'm on the fence on what color I want to use here. But it's going under, basically this is just going underneath the terrain. So I have what I got out here. So basically I have these little very dark brown pellets. I've heard coffee grinds for soil, but I'm going to go with this. I kind of like the texture that these little, mini sand type things have. I know you two. You two have the best time. So I'm going to start with Meringue Brown. I suppose I could have started with the same color I based the entire tree, because that is a brown. Maybe I'll mix the two colors together. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mix the brown and the dark stone. I've used so much dark stone on this model and it's not over yet. I'm going to mix those two colors together. I need more dark stone. Because I want something that's a little darker than the Meringue Brown. And this will actually tie it in nicely. But it's not, this is only just a base coat to go underneath the sand and stuff, so that if the spot that doesn't get covered, little spots that don't get covered, you won't see it. I'm gonna take. I have a glaze brush. I bought this new, GW. But these are not bad. These are definitely, I think, a step up from what they have. I find that their brushes don't last at all. I'll pick it up. And I'm gonna paint this. You see, I brushed on some primer just so it'll stick better. But so I didn't actually put a ton on. You don't need to put a ton of primer on. You just want something that your paint will stick to. So, what do you guys want to paint? When I come, is it just a a painting free for all? We just pick whatever we want to do, or do we want to coordinate something? Cause I'm game for whatever. And I have about 1,500. I keep saying that. No, probably more than that. Probably about 2,000 unpainted minis right now in my stockpile because of the Reaper Bones stuff coming in. I think at one point, it's been rough estimates. I think I estimate about 1,500 unpainted minis because of all the Kickstarters I buy. And I don't get through because I'm too busy. I paint commissions, so I do tend to get busy painting commissions. Especially right now. I see, it's funny, for years I never got a single army to do. I think once I had like a it was an army. It wasn't Games Workshop, it was something else. I couldn't tell you now, it was years ago. But otherwise, that was like the only one. And then suddenly this year, I've got army after army after army that's coming in. I have one that's intimidating. It's going to be like, oh my God, it's going to be like 30. 30 is how many infantry there are. It's going to be, got to be close to 40 to 50 minis, somewhere in there for this. I'm a little scared. I tell you what I'm doing with all that money. I'm putting it in a Disney fund for a second honeymoon. Either that or a Bone 6. Or both. The money I'm going to get off that is going to be, it won't be enough for a full trip to Disney, but it'll be a good portion of it. Yes, a year from now will be my 25th wedding anniversary to the guy who really has enabled me to do this. Oh, so did you win? Crimson? This is, by the way, so we have most of the Bones 5 stuff. Yeah, you might have, with that poundage in the box, you must literally have most of the Bones 5 stuff. What I'm really sad is I'm not going to have the disapproving hand until next year. Otherwise, I would have said, let's paint that. Seems appropriate. Oh, wait. Well, I don't know how that works on having a channel that's not for mature audiences. I didn't see much about language. But sadly, I will not have that till 5.5 comes out because I'm in numbnuts and forget to order it. I'm going to paint the rim green. Oh, no, I think I'm going to paint the rim purple, actually. Oh, let's see. So Crimson came back from playing 40K, so I asked him if he won. I did win, but it was more of a teaching game. The guy, oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair. And good for you for teaching. Let's see. Grant says, I got a few of the disapproving hand. I might need a few more. Remember, the Pledge Manager is open again, and that is on the Pledge Manager. So anybody who wants a mini with an extended middle finger, there you go. I laughed so hard when they added that in. I'm like, who came? It must have been someone on chat that came up with the idea. One of their Bones streams, or one of their streams. Someone must have said it, and then it took off. I need to open up the boat. I need to open up the pirate ship and put that together. Of course, I need room to actually store it. That might be part of why I'm not doing it yet. Probably something from Bones 5. Sadly, it's not the disapproving hand. I did not get fan favorites. I can look because it's all sitting right over there. I got Brinewind, Greek, and deep depths. Big Jim! Woo! Oh, by the way, here, let's do some shout-outs. Shout-outs! Ah, I can... Problem is, I've got the minefield of paints here. First of all, I'm going to do V. At. I can't see with these glasses on. It's really terrible. Also, we need to show... Everyone should be following... Oh, there is like a... Yeah, it is. Dio's lurking with the banhammer. And... Oh, it's not that. Shut out. Good to see you, Big Jim. It's always good to see you. This thing, I'm finishing up as much as I can to make it presentable for the challenge, which technically ends today. Today's the last 4th day of July, right? It technically ends today, so I'm making it presentable for that, but I am going to be using some more. I'm going to be doing more work on it because it's going to go to ReaperCon and be entered into the MSP Open. So I really want to put in something that's really, really good. Like some of my best work. I have some good work that's going out there already, so I'm going to hit this again with another coat because I can see all sorts of splotches. It's not smooth. And it's still not dry, you stinker. I gotta let that dry. Always let your coats dry thoroughly before you go back in and try painting some more. Yeah, it does. But I'll let it dry and I'll hit it again. It's no big deal. Let's face it, folks. I am not the most patient person in the world. Maybe that's why I like acrylics so much, because I'm not the most patient person in the world. I like things to dry quickly. And again, most of us are. I also don't use a hair dryer, which I probably should, but oh, and Big Jim, oh yeah, Big Jim is got a subscription. So people who are just popped on, just so you know, I do have a couple emotes. Thanks to Gel Tab, I was able to unlock a second slot. I said I never realized until I got into actually doing this how many things that it's really up to your viewers and what they do to they unlock your stuff for you. So I need more. And basically you need more subs. It's kind of a vicious cycle. But then again, I look at it this way. I'm a graphic designer by trade. So basically when you guys sub for this stuff, you're basically paying me to make the emotes. So let's see. Crimson says, also picked up a few more of the minis I had out to be primed. So more work for you. Yay! Oh, I have so much to paint. Not only that, I also added a boss. I do have the beast snaggers. So I am planning on, at least if nothing else, I'm going to build the army and use it to play with. At some point, I'll paint it. Who knows when. It can go on my list of things I'll stream at some point. Wait, you're paying some... What? That is lazy, man. You're paying someone to prime your minis? Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Those beast snaggers are so... Yeah, that's why... Well, I've been an orc fan for, like, ever. I love the orcs. I think as a painter, they're more fun to do because you can be creative with them. A lot of factions, you paint them all the same way because you want them to look uniform. Orcs are scavengers. So to me, it's a disservice if you paint them. I mean, you want to have, to me, a little bit of commonality. You want to, of course, have the bases and such, tie them together. But for the most part, I think orcs are more fun because you can be way more creative with them. Oh man, I should hook you. Why does he sculpt orcs or squigs? Let's see. Crimson. I gave him all the Gloomhaven figures, General Grievous, and a 10-man intercept squad for $20. That's not bad. Yeah, that's pretty good to just have primed. Do you have a link? I said I'm link friendly, so by all means, please post links if you want stuff seen. I also have it so that I can pop up the displays too. But yeah, I love orcs. I've loved them all along. Also thought maybe strategically they might have been one of the easier ones to play because I'm not real great at strategy like this. I'm not good at putting the abilities together and optimizing things. That's why I'm not really a min-maxer. Come on, damn it, dry. It's still not dry. QQ. I'm not really good at putting things together, so just having sending a huge horde of orcs that could just ruffle stomp over everybody. But now I think they've made them so there's a bit more strategy to playing them. But I want a whole I want to have a whole squig themed army. I've always loved the squigs too. I think that their mouth with a they're basically a mouth with some legs. I will share with the class. Let's check this out. Oh, nice. So I assume these are files for 3D printers. Where's the actual pictures of them? Are there pictures of the? Oh, here we go. Oh, these are awesome. Big Boss and the Shark Beast. That's friggin' cool. Let's see what else we got. Oh my god, these are amazing. Oh my god. I was gonna say, V, there's a Shork. Holy mackerel, these are great. Alright, Big Boss and Mecha Suit. Cool. Showing you the pieces. So, the thing I need to get is a 3D printer. I do not own a 3D printer. Shut that off. Hey. There we go. I want to see my workspace. Gets a little trippy when I have a windows open. I'm showing on display. It's like that infinite, thing where you put up a mirror to a mirror and it just goes back forever. I love the Big Boss on it. Me too. I love the Big Boss on a Shork. That's one of the cool. You know what? I can't wait till the Great White Squig comes out. I mean, I'm gonna have to revamp my entire army to now go to snake bites, so I can use that. I'm gonna have to revamp because originally I wanted to go Bab Moons because I liked. You can tell where my heart is. I want to go Bab Moons because I wanted to go with the paint colors. They're similar to what I wanted to do, which was. Everybody knows I love purple. That's why this tree's got purple in it. And I mixed purple with the with that I guess you could say warm gray. Technically it's a warm gray. But I love purple, so I was doing purple and yellow. Also complementary colors, so they look good together. This is dry enough. So I'm just basically hitting this with another coat to smooth it out a bit. Oh, that's going to be mostly covered. That's what I do. I derail my train of thought all the time. So, yeah, I want the Great White. I definitely want the Great White Squig. But yeah, I was going Bab Moons because I wanted to do a color scheme based on them. And that was the closest one. I'm just stupid. I pick factions and colors and stuff based on painting. The fun I'm gonna have painting it. Not any strategic reasons in the game itself. I do it because it's gonna be fun to paint them that way. To fit my concept. But I know too, if I'm gonna play that, and if I'm gonna play it in anything official ever, I really kind of need to stick to the rules. So I'm gonna probably have to. I want to do the Great White Squig, and I'm probably gonna have to do snake bites. Boo. Then my second choice would be freebooters, because you know what? Freebooters are friggin' orc pirates. And I have the war boss from that. I can't think of his name right now. But I have the war boss. I actually did paint him. That was a fun mini. Boss. I cannot remember the name of the war boss. Of the freebooters. And I just saw her too, because I was looking through the book. For the that comes with the beast snaggers. That was like one of the main reasons to get it, is to get the Orc Codex before everyone else. But I wanted the minis too. I also already have, to go along with this, I already have I have a squig buggy too that at some point I have to assemble and paint up. I really want to do it. That thing's amazing. It fires squigs at you. It's got guns. You put squigs in, you fire. Let's see. Grand says, only new models I can get until I get through a ton of my bones and Dominion stuff. Huh. Yeah, my brother almost got it for that, but he decided to wait. So at some point, go back to the whole thing. At some point, I do want a 3D printer. But I need a space. I need to be in that upstairs room. I need space and I need money to buy one. So you know, with that order coming in, I probably could use that to buy one. I'll have enough money in that to actually buy one and have money left over. All right. There's the base of my dirt. I gotta let it dry again. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to actually discuss a little bit about what I have ideas to do for this base. For now, there we go. So for now, I'm going to use this dark colored like sand bit because it's the darkest thing I have. I live in New England, and I'm thinking like one of our forest floors. And the dirt here, Soil Hill, tends to be very dark. Now, granted, I'm going to put this on, and I'm probably going to add paint to it. One of the things that was suggested, that once you put a terrain bits down, that you should add a little paint just to make it all blend in a little better. Otherwise, you can end up with the uncanny valley type of issue. I also grabbed these. These are kind of bigger, chunkier rocks, I think. And I want to add some of these in to give it some texture. And what I'm not adding today, but I want to. So I've got this army painter. I've got like this moss, not moss. It says summer undergrowth. I can get the thing off. I can't get the cover off. It's been a while since I pulled it. Oh, that's why. I'm grabbing in the wrong spot. That's pretty cool looking stuff. But I'm thinking what I might do with this is maybe have some dripping off of his, rather than putting, because I've seen people put moss or leaves and stuff in the branches, but this he looks like kind of a tree that's been pruned. So I'm not sure, to me, now it's perfectly fine if you do it, but I'm thinking more in terms of putting, like, maybe having some of this hanging down, maybe smaller pieces than this. But that might be cool, putting some of this instead of that. And I also do have this moss green stuff. Wait, that's not the good stuff. Hold on. That's moss green, but I don't like that as much as I like. Let's see if I got it in here. Oh, I don't have it? Must be my thing upstairs. So it's one of the I want to say it's a Gale Force 9 product. And it's one of their blends, and it looks really good as moss. I use it all the time. I used it on, I did the oh, what the hell is it called? The ring, the magical ring that Reaper came out with. And that I got through one of the Kickstarters. It also has like an altar that sits in the middle of it. Oh, one other thing I'm thinking I'm gonna do with this is, so I did one of the Dark Sword Miniatures Kickstarters. Yeah, I gotta get that basing on. And one of the things that came with it was a fairy. The fairy is ridiculously tiny. But I'm thinking it's to scale. It's a 2-scale fairy. I'm thinking of actually taking it, painting up, and putting it somewhere on his head. That may get done on stream. I don't know. But that's going to be awfully hard to show off because, let's face it, it is really, I can't say how tiny it is. It's the most ridiculously tiny thing. I thought the little bottles were bad that I painted up for the bar. But this is going to be worse. All right, I'm going to start this because it is, wow, it's already 2:12. Let's say who is, so I've got some glue I mixed in with water. At the time it was warm water. It's not really warm water anymore. I think you just warm up the water to make it easier to mix. So keep your eye out. If you follow me on Twitter, keep an eye out. I will be continuing to post shots of this as I, make more progress and stuff. But I need to do something else on this stream. It's been a month. Do I have any paper? I do not have any paper. So I have paper towels. This will still work. So one thing I found is paper works better. But this is still something. I find it works really well to actually work on a piece of paper. That way anything excess drops off onto the paper and you can slide it back into the container. And this I'm going to just, there will be a lot more added to this base, at least I'm hoping. What I'll do when this is dry, I'm going to definitely hit it with some paint. I gotta pick it up. That I wanted something dark that's more reminiscent of soil. I think that's pretty good, actually. I think I like that. You following the bright? I will follow. By the way, those of you who are gaming, painting people, I always follow back. I will never catch up. I will always probably have more people I follow than follow me, because I pretty much follow anybody who is a hobbyist or a gamer or has a podcast. I love to follow you all, so I will absolutely follow you back on Twitter if although Crimson, I found him long before he figured out, I don't know, it took him a while before he finally followed me back. So I'm just dabbing some glue on. Some of my glue, for some reason the glue didn't totally mix great, but it'll be good enough. It's still sticky. It's still sticky! I'm going to try to get the rest of it. What'll happen too is once it's dry, so there are areas like this that got missed. This will dry pretty quickly since it's thinned out. Also, make sure if you're using don't use a decent, like your best brush, but the glue will come off your brush with just washing. Probably going to use most of the container of this. This came in a nice little handy army painter pack of different terrains. So it's nice I finally had a reason to use it. Also, at some point, I'm going to go out shopping, and I'm going to look for more and some interesting terrainy bits I can add to it. Like maybe leaves. I don't have a leaf punch. Maybe I'll look for one. But I do have the seeds that kind of pass as leaves. Alright, now I'm going to take it off, and what I do with this is I take and shake it down. Oops! And I put this in a place where I can actually tip this upwards, and I dump it all back in. Or most of it. I find you end up, got some on the table. That's why I think a piece of paper is better, because you get more room for error here. I'm going to take the rest of this. I'm going to just kind of shove it in back in here. And yeah, it's this one. I don't want to put the glue covered cap on this one just because. I'm going to let that dry, and just to give you a rough idea of what I'm going to do. But I like that. That's a good texture. That's a good color. But I'm going to do a lot more. I said I'm going to add, when it's dry, I'm going to go back over to some areas that got missed, like right in there, along some of these edges. But you know what? What time is it? All right, I got 10 minutes. My God, I can't believe I'm at the end of this. So, I do know what I'm going to do next time, where I'm going to start, what project I'm starting on. What day is it? Today is Saturday, so it's Monday. What I'm going to do on Monday is I'm going to go back to what I really wanted to do for the stream, and that is to work on PCs for games. Because God knows, I have a backlog of those right now because we're just finally starting to get back in-person gaming. So I'm going to, I want to start with a bard character mine I'm doing for, actually she should be right over here. It's a Hero Forge. A lot of minis I want to do a Reaper, but I have this and I got a painter. And so meet Sondiel Nimoroy, my Aasimar bard for Rime of the Frost Maiden, which we're playing tonight. So she's got this, I'll admit that she's got this crazy coat. That when I did do the, I did do a color rendering of it to make a token for the game for on Roll20. Pete's back! I just hydrated myself too, but that's okay. Yeah, Pete. So that's her, and this will be my next. That'll be my next project. It'd be nice to actually do something other than this tree. So I was picking a color to paint the base with. I think I'm gonna go with purple. I'm gonna basically paint the ring around the base while. Ooh, this is drying. the top part's drying.
Grab some water, refill those clips, and let's get back out there.
You lost Wi-Fi? No. God, now I have like 11 people. Should I just keep streaming? I could stay on, but I mean, I could stay on and get more done. I'm gonna get more done off stream anyways. I'm gonna do this. Oh wow. I didn't expect that much to come off. Alright, let me clean up my mess. And then I'm gonna put out the paper towel again to catch any more. Jeez. Jeez, Louise. And now I can't get it off. Alright, let's put this back out because I did not realize that much is good. Not usually that much falls off when I do this. I said I'm gonna hit it again with some more glue, but I want this to dry first. God. I said I just really want to give Chad an idea of what I'm doing with this. Also, too, if you come back, I will make sure I have him close at hand, and I will show you guys what I'm up to off stream. Eventually, the finished one. All right. Because I know now I've got more blank areas than there were before. But I just want to paint along the front. I think I'm going to add a little bit of that dark stone color back into this, but I want it a little more purple. I just want to dilute it a little, make it a little less saturated, I guess would be the term. There we go. I don't know who the hell I'm gonna raid today. Scotch and Hobbies is on. Maybe I'll raid him. He could use, looks like he could use some love. Also, I'm gonna have to kind of kick any of this stuff that has decided to, you know, any of the stuff decided to stick to the side of this instead of the front. I'm holding it very gingerly because I'm trying not to knock any paint off. It being a metal mini, it happens. And I'm gonna go over the whole thing anyways before there's a piece to knock off. I'm gonna go over the whole thing anyways before I call it done and make sure I get everything that has that's missing paint. But me and purple, so I gotta do purple. It's also supposed to be sort of reminiscent of like Night Elven type colors. I'm just going along, just so you know, I'm just going along with the edge of my brush and I'm trying to keep it very flat to not get the top. Put down. There we go. Because I only want this paint along the side. So I'm side brushing it. Whew. He's a very long road on this thing. It's still not done. I'm going to go back through. Hopefully it'll be dry enough. I'm just going to kind of dab the glue on these spots. The ones that are really missing stuff. It happens. I will wait on that spot. try to do it to get away with a little more. I mean, these are big spots. And I'm really just trying to dab it on to not pick anything off. And because I'm basically just killing the last 5 minutes. There we go. Bang it up there. Look, it's stuck pretty good. That's a little, I'm going to pick that off. That's a little too high. I'm trying to keep it kind of even. It's a lie. What's a lie? I wait until I get off stream to smoke my flocking. Oh God, wait, I gotta go back here. Okay, first of all we have, what is this done you speak of? Done is when you get to a point where you just look at it and go, there's no other square surface to paint. That's my version of done. Because I do a lot of things. If there's nothing else to paint and it's all got paint on it, then usually I call it done. Although in this case, I'm not calling it done because I'm going to because I want to add some highlights to it. But a lot of times it's when I actually cover the entire surface. When I do the base, it's done. It's done. That's my version of done. Then it says, I have 2,000 minis. Takes a month to pick when math equals she is immortal. Well, I mean, that is on stream. So, I feel like I should keep going. I have like now 10 people here. I had like 2 when I started. Guys, you should come earlier. Dipping is a valid painting technique. Oh yeah, dipping is a valid painting technique. Army painters get the shading stuff, right? Where you can actually literally just dip your mini in, and it'll wash it for you. It'll shade it for you. It is a valid painting. Any painting technique is valid if you can make it look good. So, anything's valid. There's no such thing as cheating. Oh no. Great, it got into my wet paint. Now it's stuck to the side. I did not even go near the sides of this thing. Why are you doing this, you silly goose? Alright. Basically, I'm waiting for this to dry. I'll add another coat around the ring. Oh, primer is also kind of a color. Just saying, yeah, especially black. Not got anything else too. It doesn't want to stick.
Moist.
Great. Now you all show up and use my sound effects and things. Now that I'm about to freaking go off. Tell you, do you guys want me to keep streaming, or do you want me to do, or am I okay to go? Because I'll keep streaming. There's more I could do on this for you guys. So I say, speak up or forever hold your peace. Because I was saying, I'm going to find someone to raid. The pickings are slim right now. I can go raid Luca in Miniatures Den, that's for sure. I said I could do Scotch and Hobbies, who we should probably give him some love. Right now he's got 1 person. I want him to have more people. So I don't know. So what do you guys want? Should I keep going, or do you want me, or should I? Have you had enough of me? I may not leave. Well, that was pretty definitive. If I don't leave, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start highlighting all this. I'm probably gonna go to highlighting all this tree. Although I have to leave actually at some point, because I I am gaming at in about an hour and a half, so I can't stay too long. I do have to break down the setup so that we can all sit at the table and I can use this mini. No one's saying, other than Pete, no one's saying I have to stay. So I think I'm going to go. But as a reminder, and Pete, hey, keep this. I should be on tomorrow. Watch your notifications. I should be on tomorrow well, I don't care. I mean, I got nothing else going until that game an hour and a half from now. I'm probably going to sit here and paint. It doesn't matter to me. Well, honestly, if I really wanted to leave, if I really felt I had to leave, I would probably go. But, There's a joke there. My glue just, squirted out. There's a joke there somewhere. I'll tell you that right now. I don't know why it just squirted out. V is gonna start. Oh, V. See, if V were on V, I would friggin' rage you. Well, I'll put it this way. I want to thank you guys for showing up. Well, next time come earlier, and then we can hang out longer. Ouch. Yeah, so it's a writing stream. They're trying to get V to stream. V, you do what you need to do. What do you think, guys? It said there's more work to be done, but this is definitely presentable. It said just that basically I want to go to another level on this guy. Stay tuned to my stream because I will, even though I'm not going to be painting it on stream anymore, I absolutely will be giving you guys updates. There's the froggy. So if you're painting your own, there's a frog right there that no one knows is a frog. I'm happy. I'm very happy with them so far. That's why I was like, made the decision that I will be bringing them out and entering them because I'm happy with the color. I'm like big into color. Also, look at that. Look at that. How did you get up there? So for any of those pesky pieces of terrain, use a brush to try to work that out because you don't want to damage the rest of your mini. So, but I said, stay tuned. He'll definitely have some more done it. And I said, I don't know. I said, I have the fairy I can paint for it, but it is really tiny. So I don't think it'll work so well on stream. Unless we have super zoom in. I can't even give you a size that it is. It's probably, I don't have anything to compare it to. Not sitting here. All right, guys. But thank you so much for tuning in. I always appreciate it. Thanks for the bits. Thanks. I can't thank anybody nobody subbed. I'm not getting any closer to my 50. I'm doing a giveaway. I'm doing a giveaway when I hit 50 subs on that bar of a mini. Either it's, I still haven't decided yet if it's going to be a commission piece where you can commission me something you need or want, or likely it's going to be something I paint up and give away. So if you want to sample my work, and you have to be a subscriber to win. That's the only thing is, it's partly too that I feel like I need to give somebody something back because you're throwing money at me. So I'm also debating whether or not if you are a subscriber and you want, if you're interested in my work, I'm thinking about doing something where like if you subscribe for 12 months, then I'll also paint you something. So I think that would be more than fair for your support of this channel. So I appreciate it all. I appreciate you being here to chat with too. Nothing else. Just come and chat. I totally love all you guys because you make that 2 hours just fly by. God, I can't believe it's been 2 hours. All right, I guess we'll go raid Scotch. Maybe this time I'll actually put in the right freaking name. I am so sorry to any of you that I sent to the wrong freaking channel. What was it? Monday. It was Monday, right? So I'm so sorry to anybody I sent to the wrong channel because I typed the name in wrong. Just didn't know the little underscore. All right, let's go. Let's give Scotch and hobbies some love. And I hope to see you guys maybe tomorrow at noon, between noon and 4. We'll be on for 4 hours then. On this bad channel. Or at CG Mini. I'm hoping CG Mini Painting and Christy will co-host so that we can pick it up on any of our channels. And hopefully I see you then. And of course, Monday night, where I'll be doing a new mini, which I showed you. Scotch and hobbies. Give them some love. Don't forget follows are free. And don't forget to refresh. Here we go. Let's do this. Oh shit. Whew. All right. I'm gonna hit the ring again.